this time from the Spider-Man's Fearsome Foes set, 5-pack set, the Carnage figure. Now, I'm not a very big Carnage fan. I do admit I liked the Maximum Carnage crossover, and I liked his initial appearance, but most things after that are pretty much not that good, at least in my opinion. It does have a pretty cool sculpt. He's got these, let's say, organic design. This red looks like it's stretched over a black undercoating, kind of giving a nod to his origins of Venom. It's not as bad as a figure as I thought it was going to be. You know, you get a pretty nice paint scheme. You got this basic red, you know, and black. You get the white on the eyes, and you get a little pink in there to give the hint of a mouth. For articulation, his head goes up and down, left and right. His arms go all the way around. They go out and in, swivel at the bicep, double joint at the elbow, rotate at the wrist. His hand bends. What's really cool, and I haven't seen in a figure, well, at least this small, is that his thumb is articulated. So you have some movement back then, as well as his index finger is on a separate joint. The other 3 fingers are together, and that's on both hands. Now, he does come with an extra shoulder joint here that you can helps him raise up his arms, and that's on both sides. Although this side functions a little bit better than this side. I think that's because the joint here at the top is very tight, and I don't want to force it too much. I won't chance breaking that arm off. He has nice ab crunch articulation, waist articulation. Legs are very posable. They go forward, back, out, in. Really love the joint. He swivels at the thigh. Although I think the thigh should be just a little bit thicker up there. It kind of looks off right there. He's got double joints at the knees. Rotates at the shin there, or the calf. Bends at the ankle, and has toe articulation. Fairly posable figure there. Now, Carnage first appears in Amazing Spider-Man number 344 in, going off the top of my head on this, I'll have to say 1987. 87, 88, around there. It said that killers aren't born, but Cassidy comes close to that. He killed his grandma by pushing her down the stairs. He tortured animals, and realizing how nuts and cruel Cassidy was, his own mother tried to kill him. And for some reason, his father, who was abusive towards him, wanted to save him and beat up his mom to the point where he killed her. So his father was sent to jail, and he was sent away to an orphanage. And there he suffered even more abuse from both the staff and the other children that were there. And so it's no wonder that he became a serial killer. And that's where we meet him when he first appears, because he was a serial killer, and he was just captured after killing an unknown amount of people. And he was jailed at Rikers Island and was the cellmate of Eddie Brock, who at this point had been separated from the Venom symbiote. The symbiote escapes and comes to Brock, freeing him, and they go off. However, it leaves a piece of it behind, and you come to find out that this is the way they reproduce. They just leave a piece behind, and it finds a new host. And so this piece bonds with Cassidy through a cut that he has sustained. Cassidy becomes Carnage and escapes and goes on a murder spree, and forcing Spider-Man and Venom to team up and take him down. Well, the Carnage symbiote was thought to have been destroyed. It returned, and we find out later that it joined through his bloodstream, that his blood is now permanently changed, and eventually the Carnage symbiote will regrow from his own blood. They recuperate, and eventually he leads an army of psychopathic villains to take over New York, and that's the very famous Maximum Carnage crossover event. He is beaten and then escapes again, and Venom manages to reabsorb the symbiote, the Carnage symbiote. However, Cassidy still runs around calling himself Carnage and dressing in a costume inspired by his look from with the symbiote. Cassidy eventually also found a replica of the symbiote in the Negative Zone. Coming in conflict with the Avengers, Sentry flies Carnage into the upper atmosphere and rips open the symbiote, and it's then that Cassidy is dead. What's left of the symbiote falls to Earth, and there's a brand new series coming out, so if you're a Carnage fan, check that out. And in that, the Carnage symbiote finds a new host, and it's rumored that this time it's a female host. So that'll do it for my review on Carnage, or my look at Carnage. He's a pretty cool figure. Not a figure that I particularly wanted, but he is better than I thought he was going to be. So I'm not that disappointed in getting him in this set. He is the weakest figure of the lot. So stay tuned for my next review, which will be a very quick look at the Spider-Man figure that came with this set. And until then, see ya.